MTG Ownage. How's it going? Matt here with MTG Ownage. We're just trying out Isshin. There's a lot of different ways you can do this right now, but I'm trying an equipment build, and we're going to see how that goes. And it's kind of an adventure slash equipment build because there are some interesting things that I'm going to go over. Kind of the key cards. There's a lot of stuff here. There's some one-ups because, equipment. You don't really want a bunch of the same equipment. Alright, but of course the main card is Isshin, so it just makes your attack triggers happen twice. If a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control, that ability triggers twice. This happens in, if any creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent, it triggers twice. Permanent you control. So, of course, naturally the most obvious big thing with it is Goldspan making double treasures. That's super good, so we're definitely running that. No doubt about it. And we're only running 3 Isshin because he's legendary, and if we just draw all 4, it's going to be really bad. So I'm trying not to run 4 of the legends. Let's talk about some other key ones. Triumphant Adventure. Getting double adventure into the dungeon triggers on attack is huge. And this is one you can tempo. So you can tempo, turn 2 adventure, turn 3 Isshin, and it's really strong. And then you can get to the gold spam, whatever. And of course, if you go into Fandelver, you get a treasure right away, which actually ramps you, and that's really good. So this is super, super good to just do that. Alright, so what else are we running here? Let's talk about some other key stuff. Since we're going adventure, we got another guy that just does amazing stuff. Also, an attack trigger gets you double adventure, but it also buffs your whole board, which is huge since we're creature based. So this guy's kind of key too. I'm only running 2 of him. We can maybe go 3, but he's also legendary, so he's not as key critical as Isshin is. All right, other stuff. This is why we're going equipment, basically. Akiri. So in any aggro deck, you need a way to draw cards. Sure, we can draw a little bit with adventure, but if we're going to be doing Fandelver, 90% of the time. So yeah, we get to scry one, and then we get to draw a card at the end, and we'll get that occasionally. But if Akiri just triggers, if you read her closely, whenever you attack a player with 1 or more equipped creatures, draw a card. She doesn't have to be equipped, she just needs to be on the board with something else equipped and attacking. So you can often just play her, swing with your Triumphant Adventure who's equipped, and you'll draw 2 cards. And it has the bonus effect of being able to make your stuff indestructible, which is pretty clutch these days since everybody's running board wipes and stuff. So those are some of the key things right there. We got some other nice attack triggers though that are worth talking about, like Sparring Regiment. This enchantment, you just get it out there on the board. The really nice thing about it is ETB Learn. So we have a sideboard with environmental sciences to make sure we get that 3rd or 4th land drop, or fix our mana if we need to, because fixing can be rough in 3 colors sometimes. A little annihilation in case we get stuff we can't deal with, and a bunch of other kind of random stuff. I didn't overthink this too much. It's like anti-control and stuff. I guess I'll mention real quickly, this Angel Fire Ignition, it might be way better than it seems. It gives the creature Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible. It's mainly the Trample and Lifelink and Indestructible, and it has Flashback. This can help you cut through and just win the game with a really big swing. So I was kind of trying it out, but I threw it in the sideboard for now. So interesting card that I just came across. Not really that relevant to the deck, but when I did play it, it felt really good. It felt like a bomb. Okay, well, yeah, Sparring Regiment, another attack trigger. Putting them over there. Delena Wild Mage, another attack trigger. You're just gonna get to roll that twice. I put a 1 of her in here since it's just fun to get 2 gold spans or more Triumphant Adventures or something. Just way more stuff happening, and way more damage mostly. It's already tapped and attacking, so it doesn't actually make, you don't get the attack triggers of the things she creates, but it's still good, and it still makes multiple of them, and it still creates a lot of damage, so not bad. Selfless Samurai, I should mention this. It has an attack trigger, but this one doesn't matter if it doubles, because lifelink twice doesn't do anything really. But still, the point of this really being in here, well, the lifelink's nice if you're facing another aggro deck or something, and being able to sack the Samurai to save your important board pieces has been clutch a lot of times. Alright, and the rest of the stuff, well, we got some equipment. We got Lion Sash, we got Poet's Quill, another Learn trigger. Trying out Lizard Blades here. So far it seems pretty good. Other equipment, just look at this Mask of Gristlebrand, Flying Lifelink, and you can pay life, draw cards. You might have noticed there's quite a bit of lifelink here, so you often have plenty of life. Just put this on whoever you think they're going to try to remove. And yeah, gets draw cards. I kind of want a sack outlet. I feel like you want a sack outlet for this because they're just going to avoid killing it most of the time, so you don't refill your hand. But something I'm trying out. Thought it was cool. Alright, let's talk about other stuff. We got removal. This turned into the removal section all of a sudden. Let's put Brunar with the equipment, I guess. Oh, we'll stick with equipment. One more. Halvar. Yeah, 90% of the time you play this is Sword of the Realms, basically. Sword of the Realms is good. +2 goes out Vigilance. When it dies, you return it to your hand. That return to the hand is amazing. You just put it on whoever, swing with it. It doesn't matter if they block it and kill it or not. You don't really care. You get it back anyway. Oh, really good. Really, really good. But you probably already knew that. Alright, we're running Rip Apart. It's just really strong removal. We're running Brutal Cathar. It's just really solid removal, basically, and it's another body. And we're running Ingenious Inspiration. 3 damage to any target. Sometimes nice finisher, sometimes just clear the board a little bit. But it has that learn trigger, so it can often be double removal if you just go grab Annihilation, or if you need fixing, you can go grab Environmental Sciences. I should probably have more in here, but yeah, just testing. Alright, and we're running 3 Blood on the Snow. Now this took a while to come to this conclusion, to run Blood on the Snow, but just the way the format is right now, so many people are just playing these go wide decks that you kind of have to almost, and it's not that bad because you can often make some of your clutch guys indestructible, either with Samurai or Akira, so it's not necessarily going to kill your whole board, is the point. And then you get something back anyway. So it's often like a one-sided wipe that doesn't kill all your creatures, which, you know, that's pretty interesting. It seems to work pretty good here. And so we do have a base of some snow covered, and we'll be able to get some with Environmental Sciences. So we should have at least 3 or 4 to always be able to get back something, and maybe even a gold span if we're really lucky. So let's talk about the mana base, because that's the last thing here. We are running, let's see, 21 lands, 22, 24 lands total, including these double-faced ones. We're just running 1 of each. I didn't want to run too many of these double-faced because they're, you know, 3 white, 3 black, 2 red. So they're not very castable is the point, so but they're nice to have in here anyway. So we're running some plains, we're running 3 swamps, a Den of the Bugbear, a nice attack trigger. This seems to be the only, this is the only land in these colors that has an on attack trigger, so that's why it's in here. Snow-covered mountain. We're running 3 Shattered Sanctums. Now we're running a few of these come into play tapped snow lands, which I don't typically like, but since we're running Blood on the Snow, I just went 1 of each in this tricolor. 3 Haunted Ridge, 2 Sundown Pass, and a Temple with a Dragon Queen. I love this card. I think it's cool. I mean, if you got 4 gold spans, it's often just good because you can get the color you're missing if you're just not getting the fixin'. If you just draw all 3 of your plains or whatever, or only plains and swamps, you can drop this as red. It's just really nice fixing, and it often comes in untapped if you want it to. And that's pretty much the deck. I thought about playing, I'll just talk about this guy, how do you spell him? Velomachus, Lorehold, this guy. He does have an attack trigger, so yeah, he can potentially get Rip Apart or Ingenious Inspiration, which is kind of cool. But he's really expensive. I don't know, however, with gold spans you might be able to cast him, but that double trigger, you're almost guaranteed to get at least a Rip Apart or Ingenious Inspiration. I thought he could potentially work in here. I'm going to put him in the sideboard. Well, we'll see. This still needs tuned, but let's go ahead and do a few games. We'll just do best of 1 here. Ranked, standard, best of 1. Alright, we're up against some, how do you say that? Maseo J. Now, of course, there's still primarily mono white. I didn't really look at my hand, but I think it's fine. Oh, we don't have any white mana. It's not that fine, actually. But we'll deal. We'll play it out and see what happens. Hopefully we draw plains. Yeah, this is... should have mulliganed. At least we do have 4 mana in our hand, which gets us close to the gold span. So we'll see what happens there. I'll just play this. Doesn't really matter. Now, this helps a lot, because once we get that learn trigger, we can go get a white mana, of course. He's playing some kind of mill deck. Oh, he's playing just a Blood on the Snow wipe deck. Yep, very common. See him just non-stop. Everybody's running 4 Blood on the Snows, if they're running black. Seems like, anyway. So we gotta watch out for that. It's one of those games. He milled 3. Snow-covered swamps. Okay, zombies. So we do have to do this environmental sciences here and just get a plains. And looks like we can just play our triumphant adventure here. Start getting some attack triggers. Zombies is probably going to be hard to beat, let's be real. Zombies is a pretty obnoxious deck. They got a lot of value going on. We need a top deck or rip apart at this point. But we might be okay for a minute here. Let's see what's on top of our deck here, I guess. Gold span. I'll take it. You know, that's not that bad. I think we're just going to go... I kind of want to surprise him with the Lion Sash, but we need more white mana to do so. Oh, playing like a noob here. Let's play this guy. And get that treasure. And then we can play the Sparring Regiment. Alright, this is kind of an awkward order, but I think that's the way to do it if we really want to keep the tempo going. And we're just going to grab Annihilation so we can get rid of that Necro Duality. So I was kind of thinking maybe we should have played this before the attack so we could have buffed the Adventurer. Yep, that's pretty good. We really got to get rid of that Necro Duality. He's just going to get value for days off of it. Oh, he sacked the wrong one. He should have sacked the real one and kept the token because Headless Rider would have given him a nice little trigger. We're not going to block here, although it's debatably okay. We do want to get rid of that Headless Rider, but let's just do this. Sure, he gets to draw a card, but that doesn't really matter too much. We can't really swing with Nadar because he'll just kill it. So let's just swing with the Adventurer here. Play it safe. Now, I'm expecting a Blood on the Snow next turn. I think we're just gonna shrink down this Fell Stinger, I guess. I don't know if that's real. Maybe we should have done the other one, but... This -4, -0 is very nice, though. It helps a lot. Okay, it's gonna do a little Feign Death. It's whatever at this point. We really need another white mana so we can activate this Lion Sash right away, if we need it. So I think I'm just going to be playing Gold Spans, another Necro Duality. So we got to try to rush him down in the air, it looks like. These Gold Spans are going to be our ticket to victory because he's going to have the ground covered pretty well, it appears. Or we could just go Blood on the Snow. We got 2 snow covered, so we could get our Adventurer back. How good is that? It's not that great. I think we just swing. We just go all out here and let him do his thing, and then we'll Blood on the Snow next turn. We probably want to untap the Gold Span for blocking purposes. Alright. We can pick a new one if we want, but I'm just going to do Vandelver again. Oh, Brunar. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, he's going to be a monster with this Lion Sash. So we might just be able to get a kill next turn if we have enough mana. Brunar, Lion Sash, the Gold Span, swing, it's going to be a lot of damage. Yeah, looking pretty good. I think we play the Lion Sash this turn. Well, we don't have enough to equip it is the problem. It takes 2. Dang, too bad this land doesn't come into play untapped. And the thing is, if he board wipes or if I board wipe... Yeah, I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But I think we have him dead next turn unless he takes care of this Gold Span, and then we still might anyway. Yep. Okay, this is a good sign. Hopefully he uses his last remaining mana so he doesn't have any counters available. But this deck with Necro Duality is pretty hard to beat. It's a good deck. It's definitely one that's easy to climb with, in my opinion. There we go. Okay with this. I'm going to take a lot of damage, but he is going to tap out. Oh, and he's sacking stuff he could attack with. I'm good with that. Yep. Yeah, he realizes his mistake as well. Okay, so if we play Goldspan, our treasures start to generate more mana. And we should be able to just sack them. Yeah, this will do nicely. Then we can play the Sash. Ah, crap, we don't have enough to reconfigure it, do we? No, we don't. I think I'm just going to swing then with the Adventurer too. Get a lot of triggers here. I kind of feel like we should put it on this guy just so he can't double block and kill. And we'll take a treasure here. And if we're really worried about dying next turn, we could play this Blood on the Snow. Now, was there a way I could have killed him this turn? I don't think there was, or at least I'm not seeing it, because we needed to play Brunar, Lion Sash, and Equip, and Dragon. It's just too many things. Okay, he's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got 11 damage. Assuming I have 2 blockers, we are safe. I'm going to go ahead and just play the Sash, so we have 3 blockers, and we are extra safe. And we can also wipe out some of that graveyard if he tries to pull something. He's digging. This is a good sign for us. Aims the Goldspan. I think we're going to tap this, or sack this for 2 white before Goldspan dies. Just so we can activate Sash some. He has no more creatures in his yard. I guess we'll exile these permanents. Lands do count. This makes it better than Scavenging Ooze in some ways. Yeah, he's tapped out. I think we might be able to take him this turn. Let's see. Okay, if we activate this, and we'll reconfigure this thing to Brunar, and just swing, I guess. Okay, so I should have done this in a different order. We'll buff this guy. Make him, yeah, let's make him lose some life, sure. Just makes it so he has to block everything. Oh, you know, I could have just played Blood on the Snow and swung with Goldspan, maybe? No, we don't have enough snow covered. Okay, so that actually doesn't work. Now, I'm kind of worried because with Necro Duality, he actually gets a lot of zombies. So there is a chance that, like, he has enough blockers to survive yet another turn. Okay, let's just see what he does. Yeah, he's going to keep surviving. We really needed Isshin. Isshin would, like, really seal the deal here. You get all kinds of fancy triggers. Gonna finally kill that Blood Chiefs, or the Triumphant with Blood Chiefs. Let's go ahead and just pop his graveyard. Do they have any more? Nah, okay, we're good. Okay, rip apart. That's what we needed to see. That he might have counters. It's fine if he does. Sure, I mean, we can just pay it. And if we swing here, we can buff this thing up big enough so that he can't kill it. Lion Sash, such a strong card. He does have plenty of chump blockers though, potentially. But we do have him on the fence here. It's just a matter of time. So that is nice. Let's go ahead and get rid of his Necro Duality. Save our treasure. Okay, there's finally Isshin. Isshin, you showed up too late. I guess I could get double Sparring Regimen, but that's not that important. And I don't have enough snow mana to get back anything all that relevant, so we're going to play Isshin here, and we're going to reconfigure onto Isshin. Main reason, just in case he board wipes, Lion Sash will survive. That is something really interesting about the Lion Sash, is that it survives board wipes if it's attached. So I think that's really cool that it basically protects itself like that. Alright, let's go ahead and exile any last permanents he has. And we might even start hitting non-permanents. Sure. Save our treasure. Alright, so now we want to unattach. And we'll just swing like a boss. And we can put a counter on each. Counter there, counter there. Double triggers. So good. And of course he's got a block or he dies. The vigilance on this thing, well, it's not vigilance, but it's pseudo-vigilance. They untap. It's not a whole lot different. It's quite relevant in a lot of these back and forths. There we go. We beat Necroduality zombies. We had to find 2 different ways to handle Necroduality, but we did it. We even had a backup Blood on the Snow. Alright, let's play another one. This hand is risky. We do have a Rip Apart, and hopefully we draw into a land. I'm going to keep it just for the value potential here. All these cards are pretty playable, though. If we just get like one more land, we should be able to take it from there. Okay, there we go. I think we play... This one's fine. We don't have any instants to hold. This is a sorcery. The one downside to this card. Not really much of a downside, considering it has 4 modes, basically. He's holding open mana. He's probably got removal. Let's just play Isshin, I guess. I hope he doesn't kill it. He's going to be incentivized, because now he knows it's probably a key card in my deck. Because if you're playing Isshin, you're playing it specifically for these attack triggers, which makes people look at it and go, uh-oh, get rid of that thing. However, he's not going to get rid of it this turn. Alright, very good. So Isshin is going to grow massively. We're going to grab... I think Environmental Science is here, just to make sure we stabilize. Oh, beautiful. That is what you want to happen when you attack with Isshin right there. Now I assume this is a foretold board wipe. What else would it be? He doesn't want to take the damage from Isshin, naturally. He would want to. Alright, well, I think we just... Obviously I could kill the Borrowed Time. Or I could play Environmental Sciences. Or I could just keep the pressure on and get a couple goblins that all get buffed. Now it's very important that we put this trigger on top, because we want to buff these golems. Goblins. Wait, did I read this wrong? Oh, okay, I see. Goblins is what I meant to say, but this has to target while that's still on the stack, so that's why it doesn't work. It does make some sense there. I think we go for a Rip Apart on the Borrowed Time and get double sparring triggers here. I kind of like that. And it makes this goblin super thick. He does block. And I haven't hit a land drop this turn, so I'm just going to do that. Looks like we need mostly black or white mana. Let's go ahead and just grab black, since we have this double black Mask of Griselbrand. Not too worried about this wedding announcement, but if it becomes a problem, I'm still holding this Rip Apart. Oh, playing this deck, okay. Sure. Okay, Halvar, that's really good. Thinking about what I want to do here. I could Brunar, and yeah, let's just go ham. Okay, because if we play Brunar, this gets fun. And then we play Sword of Realms. We can get the equip cost 0 on the first equip cost 0. And we can put this on Isshin, sure. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Ishin's already big enough. Let's just make this goblin flippin' massive. Yeah, I know, it's a problem. There's the Doomscar. Good thing we got that Sword of the Realms out to protect Isshin. Kinda clutch. Alright, we might want to rip one of those now, but let's just do this first. Let's get him protected and suited up. There it is, the Catilda. Bound to see it sooner or later. Does have lifelink. Ooh, discard 2. We'll get rid of the samurai. Oh man, this guy's annoying. Yeah, it's definitely the samurai. I kind of need the rip apart, I think. I need a rip apart and a genius to kill Catilda. Yeah, we'll get rid of these two. It's sad, but we gotta do it. Go blank. Good old mind rot. Okay, because I think if we do this, hopefully I'm calculating this correctly, kill one of these, because Catilda's going to shrink to a 3-3, and then we can blast her with this thing. And then we can grab Annihilation for later. Swing with Isshin, get some massive triggers here. As you can see here, we mentioned during the deck tech time, that card in the sideboard that gives trample. If we had that, we probably could have killed this guy. Oh, it's a Toad Rider deck. Interesting. There's Akira. We're just going to play her, I think. Yeah, let's play her so we can get some value here and draw a couple cards. You can just look at it. It's beautiful. Yeah, Akira is super strong in this particular build. It's just, I love it. I just love it. I think we just hit Catilda. Yeah, let's just do it. Get another Annihilation. We're just going to keep blasting everything he does. Big old lifelink Toad. Well, I can't block it, so I'm going to take the 6. Not the biggest worry. I think we just swing here. Yeah, I'm going to move the sword over to Akira. And we're just swing here. Let's buff Akira again. We got to back up Isshin. Perfect. Yep, you want to block that. And now, of course, we have Annihilations to handle this Toad all day. He gets to draw a card, but it's probably not going to be as good as a 6/6 flying lifelink. I say probably not, but you know, depends what he draws. Depends what he drew. If it's board wipe, that's not bad. It's not that great either, though. As you can see here, this value is running him out of answers. And he is running a stronger deck. Stuff like Go Blink, Borrowed Time, Doomscar, with wedding announcements. And lots of toads. Alright, well, naturally we do want to draw more. So let's play Isshin. And go ahead and get our swing on. Oh, I should have played the Goldspan, I think, honestly. I didn't really... Little mistake there. I should have played a land, played the Goldspan, swung even harder. But hey, I think this is okay. Oh, he's just going to concede. Yeah, I was going to play a land and annihilate his Toad. And then next turn, an even bigger swing. But very good. I mean, I don't know if it was a mistake to not play the Goldspan since we were holding open the Annihilation anyway. It's debatable. Depends on your mood or play at the time, or, you know, what else was going on. But that was another solid game. Let's go for a third. Up against Martin. Alright, this hand is risky. We need a white mana, or it does nothing. We're going to take the risk. We've been getting pretty lucky. Let's keep being lucky. Lizard Blades, interesting. I'm just going to go ahead and play it. A 1/1 double strike. It's honestly, it's just bait right now. Okay. Yikes. Okay, we could be in trouble here. We just don't have any other place. It's kind of bad. If I were in a more serious rank or something, I probably would mulligan that, but just wanted to test my luck. Okay, yep, it's Landfall. Landfall can be very deadly very suddenly. So yeah, we need a plains. That's not a plains. Well, looks like this one's over, guys. Guess we just passed turn. I don't know. Let's just play another game. No point in just sitting here dragging this out. So yeah, should have mulliganed. Always mulligan when you have no plays in your opening hand. It's kind of the lesson. Because the way this deck is, like, going down to 6 cards isn't even bad. You end up with so much card draw if you get the right cards that you make up for it anyway, just by actually having plays. Can we get white mana ever? We do have a Poet's Quill to learn, so I'm going to keep it. That's the only reason. We can get Environmental Sciences and go from there. We'll be okay. It kind of makes it a little slow of a hand, but I've had worse. So this has happened multiple times where I didn't get white mana. Makes me want to go look at my deck and analyze whether I messed something up. Oh, this thing's really good. It's gonna wreck my Poet's Quill potentially. Not this time though. Let's go get that plains. I guess we'll go ahead and play it. So we did play, yeah, if this thing flips, we're in trouble, because its attack triggers destroy artifacts on the other side, or enchantments. So he can just kill our equipment left and right. So hopefully he sacks it now and kills my Poet's Quill, although there's really no incentive to, because I can't even use the Poet's Quill. But it's interesting. I don't know if you guys think about things like this. Maybe a slightly more advanced or more normalized play, I guess I would say. But some people will, like, play all their instant stuff as soon as they can in their main phase. And it, like, just tells you what kind of player they are sometimes. So, let's think about this here. We do want a blocker. I think we play... Dang, we need 2 white mana to play both of these. Oh, that's kind of bad. Guess we just play the one that costs more. Or actually, I should have played one of these guys unequipped it, probably. I don't know. It's all debatable, really. Let's go ahead and go Phandelver. There's another white mana. I almost want to keep it. Nah, we got gold span next turn anyway, so we got all the mana we need. He's down to 4 cards in hand. His board state's not bad. Froghemoth is pretty strong. I'm not going to block it. Gain 1 life for each non-creature you exiled, +1/+1 counter for each creature you exiled. Obviously, I've only got 1 card, so he's going to gain a little life, but the bigger problem is just that it's a 5/5 trample. Straight up. Yeah, we're gonna just play what we got here. Oh, no blocks, huh? Interesting. Okay, well, I gotta sack one of these for black and one for white, and we can play these 2 guys. Make sure it uses my mana correctly. I'll play this guy first. And now I can use the Selfless Samurai to protect my gold span if necessary. And I can block and kill the Froghemoth with Triumphant Adventure. I'll take a little trample damage, but it'll be worth it. Oh my goodness, Vorinclex. Oh, that card's so mean. Alright, we might just be dead. That's a lot of trample. It's funny that he's just one triumphant adventure is almost holding him back, right? Is that what's going on here? One triumphant adventure. Ooh. Death Touch. So good. It is. The 1/1 Death Touch is stopping his entire attack. Oh my god, really? I would have swung if I were him. Probably, but I don't know his hand. If I had one more treasure, I could play this other gold span like I wanted to. He doesn't have reach. Let's go ahead and equip up the gold span. And let's go for a full swing. I'm literally attacking with Nadar for the triggers. I think we just gotta shrink down something. And it buffs up everything. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's really good. If he blocks and kills Nadar, which obviously he should, I can just play the other one. That's the plan anyway. This inspiration was also a good draw. He's going to be somewhat... no blocks. I'm going to be honest, I don't understand, but I'll take it. An ingenious inspiration can hit any target, which is just... Such a good card. Where are you? Genius Inspiration. That's the best thing about it. There's a lot of other burn spells that you think, you know, this one's one cheaper, Dragon's Fire, one cheaper instant. It's like, yeah, but this one can hit any target. You can finish your opponent when they decide not to block for some reason. So good. All right, well, I think that's enough for this recording. Hope you guys enjoyed my Isshin build. Preliminary build. I think it's really fun to play, and I think it's a pretty strong, solid deck, just based on, you know, the card draw and these specific attack triggers. We didn't see Delena. Delena's debatable in this deck, really. But just with these guys, just building around that, and going the equipment route for the card draw is pretty interesting. Still thinking about this Angel Fire Ignition. That trample lifelink on a big old creature is, especially a double strike trample creature, is just a game ender. I really think there might be a spot for this in the deck, maybe in place of the Lizard Blades or something. I don't know. I'm not real sold on the Lizard Blades yet, or maybe we cut one Samurai. I'm not sure, but I feel like it does belong in this deck somewhere. Maybe we cut the Massive Gristlebrand for it. Kind of serves the same purpose. It does give lifelink, and no, it doesn't give flying, does it? Vigilance, trample, lifelink. But it does give the lifelink, and we already have a lot of card draw, so maybe it does go in place of the Gristlebrand mask. I don't know. Let me know what you think down below, or just share your thoughts, comments. What do you think of this new set so far? Alright, hope you're looking forward to more builds and stuff. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, all that stuff. Matt out. Peace, guys.